Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, where today was long run day for me, and this was going to be my longest run before taper. And so I went over 20 miles on today's run, where I got to see some nature that I'll share with you in a moment, and where I completed my run at my expected pace. So now all I have to do is, in 3 weeks or 2 weekends or 3 weekends from now, do the same thing, but for 6 more miles than what I did today. So I think I can do it, especially with the taper process. The surgery I did on my blister worked. The shoes that I've narrowed it down to have worked for me, and all in all, the support is there. I can feel it, I can see it. Even on this channel, the subscribership keeps going up. Thank you so much for subscribing. Those of you who are subscribing, please feel free to enter your questions into the comments area if you have any questions. Again, if I can't answer them, maybe someone else can help out. And either way, thanks so much for supporting this journey. I like to divulge a lot of information from the spiritual side of this approach. A lot of people will try to coerce you into walking in silence or even running in silence. I think that time has passed, and we need to speak with one another to communicate with one another. Communication involves listening and active listening, and not just hearing what someone says and just kind of saying whatever. The other day I mentioned that I was canceling my gym membership because I didn't have the money to continue that perk, I guess. And someone told me that I wasn't actually using that membership to begin with, and so it was good that I was canceling it. But they just said that. They didn't even really know that I'd been taking full advantage of swimming laps in the pool, even going so far as to check in at other locations throughout my state. The only place I wasn't able to use my membership was in Estes Park, where the gym there, even though it's run by the same organization, it's not really a gym, I guess. It's more like a resort, and they charge a whole different fee to access that location. Either way, I was sad to let that membership go, but perhaps it only was there for the moment that I needed it. And despite that, again, I want to refocus the point of this conversation, and that's that someone told me, you weren't even using that anyway. It's kind of like, if you really watch the comments on this channel, sometimes you'll see people say that I'm not able to hear what they're saying. And the funny thing is that those same commenters will never answer the questions that I post there in public, just like they're asking me things in public. But it's probably because they're too distracted. They can't hear what's being said. And just much like the person who said that I wasn't using that membership anyway. So those are the kind of things I talk about when it comes to interacting with one another and spending and investing health wisely. We want to make sure to reciprocate good health with one another. And sometimes that takes a little bit of disconnect time. So in the not too distant future between now and my upcoming event, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to disconnect, I'm going to go off grid, and I'm going to do everything I can to prepare to succeed at the thing that I set out to accomplish. And once I've accomplished that, we'll see what's next. But in the meantime, this has been a journey. I've definitely recovered my health in a myriad of ways. That's not to say I'm the healthiest person out there. But, you know, that never was the goal. The goal is basically just trying to have fun at what I'm doing. And I've been doing that even though a lot of people seem to get upset in the face of sharing this kind of information. I hope I'm not upsetting a lot of you. I hope that I'm encouraging you to take those first steps and do something, and to see that, you know, we can go at this route, this path, a whole lot of different ways, but the path is pretty definitive. If we don't put any effort to get to anywhere, we're really not going to get anywhere. And if we put in some effort to get to somewhere, well, we might eventually get there. But if we put in dedicated, full-time effort trying to get someplace, trying to achieve an end result, trying to graciously accept what's around us and care for what we've been entrusted to care for, then the chances are that the overall process will be a success. Until next time, thanks again. Stay tuned, because like I said, we saw some wildlife today that you're going to get to enjoy in a moment here. Peace, love, and all that old school stuff.